everyone, my name is Anne Doucette, and I use the pronouns she, her, or elle. And today I also have a PowerPoint presentation to share with you. Today I'm going to talk about finding your confidence with Toastmasters. And since 2024, Toastmasters International has transformed nearly 8 million lives through a simple yet powerful mission: empowering individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Now, you may wonder, what is Toastmasters? Toastmasters is a worldwide non-profit educational organization empowering people to become more effective communicators and leaders. There are currently, at this time, it fluctuates a little bit, over 260,000 active members in more than 14,000 clubs across 149 countries. The 101-year-old company known for public speaking, communication, and leadership development. And it gives you an opportunity to it provides a dynamic, high-value, experiential communication and leadership skill development. Through practice, or achieving personal growth through practice. Imagine walking into your next presentation with complete confidence, like both presenters before me. Picture yourself leading a team, or see yourself communicating your thoughts with clarity and impact. At Toastmasters, these aren't just dreams. They're the everyday experience that shape a member's journey. So with Toastmasters, you have the opportunity to learn by doing. You're practicing speaking. You take on club or leadership roles within the club or outside of the club. And you have the opportunity to practice and learn to speak confidently without any preparation or with preparation. Part of Toastmasters, you also get valuable feedback. It's constructive feedback that is given to you in a supportive environment. And you also have the opportunity to build lasting connections through networking. This is a different way of seeing what a club experience has to offer. You have the opportunity to practice giving prepared, unprepared, or impromptu speeches, giving and receiving feedback in a supportive environment. You have the ability to take on those club leadership roles. It's an interactive learning experience. You can have access to a mentor to help guide your way throughout your journey. And you can take over or take the ability to assume club meeting roles as well. Some of the things that you were able to learn or build upon within Toastmasters Club is you are building some skills to be able to take charge of conversations so that you feel in control and confident while you are speaking. How to conduct effective meetings, how meetings, you get to control meetings start and ending on time and the flow between meetings. An important part in Toastmasters is we learn to practice time management, whether it's a meeting role or through a speech. There are various roles that are timed, and you have the ability to practice time management. Giving and receiving feedback, I mentioned earlier, and you have the ability to sharpen your presentation skills, whether it's using PowerPoint or just verbally or other tools and equipment. Helps build your confidence. Can also help you discover and improve on leadership skills. Toastmasters is very good at enhancing your listening skills. As I'll mention in a little bit, there are various parts of a meeting that help us improve our listening skills. And increase in fluency in your language, whether English is your first official language. Many clubs are in English. I know in our district, where in New Brunswick, we have a club that is completely a French club. And you have the ability to continue practicing your language, speaking in French, or if French is your second or third language, the ability to become a little bit more fluent because you have the opportunity to practice, and the ability to meet professional goals. Your path to success is through the Pathways learning experience. It's an interactive and flexible education program like no other, and it's a learn as you go. It was created to help you strengthen your communication and leadership skills towards your professional and personal success, all while having fun with others in the process. Some of the things that are involved in the Pathways learning program is the opportunity to build more than 300 unique skill set competencies. There are 6 personalized learning plans. The contents are all online, offering you the opportunity to learn anywhere and anytime. It's interactive, like I mentioned earlier. It's real world transferable skills, and it's available in various languages such as Arabic, English, French, German, simplified Chinese, Spanish. And some of the things that you do practice for some of these 300 competencies, for example, are interview preparation, project management, conflict resolution, online meeting facilitation, and learning development. This is just a brief, quick example of the paths that are in there. There are 6 paths with a focus on different things. There are 5 core competencies within Toastmasters: public speaking, interpersonal communications, leadership strategies, management, and confidence. And previously there was 11 paths, but Toastmasters International streamlined it and made it 6 paths. And these are the 6 paths that are there. And within those paths, there are various projects that you get to work on and enhance some of the skills. So if you, let's say, want to practice and become a better presenter, you could take the presentation mastery path because it has an opportunity to help you build your presentation skills. Whereas if you would like to have some more leadership skills, perhaps it's the dynamic leadership skills or the dynamic leadership path. If you want to learn how to inject more humor into your presentations, there's the engaging humor path. And Toastmasters start with one path, but then you add on the more you're into Toastmasters, the more you can add on. And I can tell you, I've been in Toastmasters for 9 years. I have completed all 6 paths. I've done not all of the projects in Toastmasters, but I've done projects within all of these paths, and I'm starting a new one all over again because there is always something to learn. Want to know what an actual meeting looks like? Every club is a little bit different, but the ones that I belong in, most of them are structured meeting formats. You have a beginning and an ending and a middle. And you have somebody that starts the meeting, our Toastmaster of the day. We have an agenda that we follow. And we also follow Robert's Rule of Order. And we talk about parliamentary procedures in some of the clubs. So we really learn how to run an effective meeting. We start our meeting, there's a Toastmaster of the meeting, somebody that leads us through, and then we have different parts of our meeting. We have some prepared speeches where somebody is working a project within a path, and perhaps it has the objective of the meeting, the objective of the project, let's say, is vocal variety. So then the person talks about a topic that they choose, but they have to inflect some vocal variety on there because that is the purpose of the project. Then you have an evaluator, and somebody will evaluate them on the evaluator is always what they heard, what they felt, what they saw. So it's always a personal opinion. and it goes back into what they liked about the presentation, if there's opportunities for improvement, and perhaps an opportunity to challenge the speaker to try something differently. So there's always opportunities to learn as somebody provides some feedback, verbal and written. Then we also have a part that's an impromptu speaking, and we call it table topics. And table topics is to help you develop quick thinking with verbal skills through a fast-paced, spontaneous speaking exercise. Because if you are volunteered to speak, you don't know what the question is asked. And that may seem a little bit nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's a safe environment and it's an opportunity for you to learn and practice so that when you do have to go out there in the real world, that you learn some skills on how to answer them. And in Toastmasters, for us, it doesn't necessarily matter what you say and if whether you actually answer the question. It's the skills that you are learning to be able to do it, that you're thinking on your feet, that you have an opening, a body, and a conclusion versus actually answering the question. Because that comes over time, is the more you build those skills, the more comfortable you are then in actually answering questions. And then we also have additional meeting roles, such as a grammarian, timer, general evaluator. The timer times each portion of the meeting. The meetings start on time, and all of the speeches have different opportunities to speak. So there's some timing for there as well. So that's where the time management really comes into play. The grammarian. The grammarian often provides a word of the day, and then we try to use it within the meeting. And the grammarian in their report will note things that perhaps some good word language that they used or that they like, and perhaps offer some opportunities to correct some language that was misspoken. And they also have like a minute or 2 minutes to be able to provide their response. So again, that falls into providing a succinct report in a timely manner. So there's so many different skills that you learn throughout the meeting. Now this is all fun and good, but you really do need to come check out a Toastmasters meeting, a couple of meetings, to see how it really all goes about. So I wanted to share some Toastmaster clubs near you. I belong to two Toastmasters club, and I will share information about them. And then there's also two others in Prince of Rhode Island. So I am a member of Spotlight Toastmasters Club. It meets virtually on every second and fourth Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Atlantic. And our club focuses a lot on parliamentary procedures. When we have our business meeting once a month, we really try to follow the procedures where there's only one person that speaks at a time. If you want to speak, you raise your hand. If you have a motion, we go through the motions and how to vote for them, so you really understand how to do some parliamentary pieces. And then we also have what we call a 3-person panel evaluation, where if you want to learn how to be an effective speaker, our club really focuses on certain pieces. So we have one person that evaluates on content, one evaluates on the language, while the other one evaluates on delivery. So you really get a robust evaluation and feedback on speeches. I also belong to Riverview Canusa Toastmasters Club, and they meet on Monday evenings at 7 o'clock. And all the other clubs only have one person that evaluates. So they just give a global evaluation on content, delivery, and language. And they also meet virtually. They are based out of Moncton, but they meet virtually as well. Premier Toastmasters Club meets in person on Wednesdays in Charlottetown, and the Charlottetown Toastmasters Breakfast Club meets Saturday mornings in Charlottetown, but they are also hybrid, if I'm not mistaken. And now it's time to invest in your confidence. There is a fee to join Toastmasters. It is $60 American, conversion to Canadian dollars plus taxes every 6 months. So it's about $120 American every 6 months. There is a one-time new member fee of $25 American. And there is a small annual club fee that covers the essentials of administration, such as if supplies are needed, or an award, or a Zoom account if meetings are virtual. And that tends to be $20, $30 per year. So again, what you get out of Toastmasters is skill building meetings, comprehensive online learning materials, a supportive network, and personal mentoring. Whether you're looking to advance your career, overcome public speaking anxiety, or develop as a leader, your journey to transformation starts here. Could this be you? And I will tell you that I wish 20 plus years ago that somebody would have mentioned Toastmasters to me, because I think I would have just been a lot more comfortable in my presentations, in my career, had somebody been kind enough to mention Toastmasters to me. So I am here graciously accepting being able to present to you today, and hoping that you will come visit me at some point. I will put my email in the chat as well, and if ever anybody has any questions, please just let me know.
Okay, we do have one that came in just asking about like if there's any specific majors to join, or
No, not for Toastmasters. It's a nonprofit organization. It's not necessarily tied to post-secondary education or universities or anything, so anybody can join. It's just there is a cost to join, but anybody can join our Toastmasters clubs.
And are people able to attend a meeting before they pay the fee?
Absolutely.
Or yeah, okay.
Absolutely. We usually encourage members or guests to come in 2 or 3 times, perhaps check a couple of meetings out. Does a Monday work? Does a Wednesday work better? In-person, hybrid. When I joined, there was 2 clubs in Charlottetown. I attended both club meetings. One night worked better than the other, but the vibe of one just was different for me. And I connected one club better than the other one. So I joined that one club. So it's all about learning. And as well, let's say somebody joins the club Wednesday night, but now they have to work, or they have a class Monday night doesn't work. That doesn't mean it's the end of their Toastmasters journey. They tell the club officers and say, I can no longer do Wednesdays. Then we work with them to find another club, another time, another date. Not that we want them to leave, but it's not about us. It's about their journey. So if that club doesn't work for them, then we find another one.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anne.